Welcome back, everybody! I have been on my sit-down video grind, so we just keep it going. Also my recommendations grind, and the funny thing is, I've been meaning to do this for a while to like recommend books by trope or like a theme or, you know, something. And I never got around to it, or like I never had like any ideas, but it has been happening, so we will keep going. And I love this category, guys. Maybe also because like personal interest. But today I will be recommending to you plus size, mainly romance books. I think only romance books. Because I feel like everybody deserves to be seen no matter the size. And I feel like, I mean, I don't mind, like me personally, but there's people that think differently. But I feel like there are so many like books and movies where like the best friend is like the funny fat best friend, but that's that, and they never find love, and like, you know, they would never be deserving of love according to those narratives. But we have different times, and we have lovely, lovely authors that have been taking on the work, doing God's work of writing very sweet plus size romance books. So I have a few. I actually have very, very few that I have as like a physical copy, but I have been kind of browsing Kindle and Kindle Unlimited, not just Unlimited, but you know. So I have a lot of recommendations for you today, but let's just go right in, honestly. Let's start with the physical copies. We have, spoiler alert, and you might have seen this way back in the day in, I think, like a book haul video, but it's been ages since then. She is, I think, a cosplayer or something, and people online have opinions, of course, but look at her, look at them looking so good. People have opinions and such, whatever, but she's gonna get the man, you know, and we love that. And like I said, look at her looking so good. Love that. I have not read this book actually, but it has been on my list. The thing is, I forgot what her name is, and I feel very sorry. Maybe, I don't even know if she will see this, but I have been approached by the kind of like plus size readathon, I forgot what it's called, I'm so sorry, girlies last year. I think it was in August, and I wanted to participate. However, I did not have the time. Maybe this year around. And this is my thing. I kept all of these books to read in August. I think it was August. For like the plus size readathon situation. And then I didn't have the time, so I didn't read them. I was like, I'm gonna, you know. And now I'm kind of like, do I just read them? Or will I keep them for the next plus size readathon? We don't know. But yeah, this one, honestly. The thing is, I don't really know a lot of like, is it cosplaying? What she's doing? I think so. I don't really know a lot about that. Not really my kind of thing, but I don't care because we got a baddie with us. Then we have Set on You, which is from the same book haul, I believe, which was by accident. I didn't really go out to just like buy plus size books. It just like kind of happened. And she is a fitness influencer, big girl or not, and there is a lovely looking, you know, big beefy train guy in there, and her putting the stuff on the internet because she's an influencer. Obviously people gotta have opinions anyway, but like, you know, I feel like people feel specifically entitled to have an opinion and to share that opinion when people put stuff online. So yeah, there is a lot going on, but does it really matter at the end of the day? No. Because who cares about people's opinions if you know you're a good person at the end of the day? Like, I can sleep safe and sound knowing I'm a good person. Don't care what people say, you know. But yeah, I feel like specifically the scenario of like her being like a fitness influencer is what's gonna piss a lot of people off, but also I feel like makes this so much better, because I feel like so many people have this thing of like, oh, everybody that's bigger doesn't work out, and of course there's people like that. But I know so many so fit people that are also still plus size, so you know, like being fit and looking fit are two different things. Yeah, so very excited for this one as well. Then we have Fat Chance Charlie Vega, which I don't remember what that is about. I think it's about like her growing up and being a brown girl in a white suburban area, and and then also plus size on top of that and whatever. And I bought this low key for the cover because like slay, you know. She looks so pretty. The whole cover is so pretty. I love it. Yeah, highly recommend. Honestly, same thing as it is with these two. I have been meaning to save these for the plus size readathon. So probably we'll keep doing that. And then we have When Grumpy Met Sunshine, which I have seen online a lot, and then I bought it. And it's not that thick, actually. It's like just above 300 pages, which I love for a book. And she looks like, they both look so cute. Like, look at them. Slay. But yeah, I've been meaning to read this as well. It's kind of like a modern Cinderella story retelling situation. Yeah, he's an ex-footballer. We love. And she's a ghostwriter. Oh, I think she's like writing his memoir or something. And that's how they met and spent time and all of that. That's that. Now I have to move on to my phone to go and look at my other recommendations. We have number one. I will put all of them up somewhere. We have Yours for Now by Leonor Solis, I think. And it is a fake dating plus size romance. Do I have to say more? Probably not. Then we have, which I find so interesting, and I need to get this book and read it. It is a male-on-male plus size interracial romance. So we got a lot going on here. But I love that it is also like a plus size guy option there, because I feel like if people write about like plus size characters, it is most likely to be women, at least from like my experience, what I've seen. And like, please correct me if I'm wrong, or if you have any like big guy in terms of like, not sporty big, but if you have any recommendations, please let me know. But yeah, I find that so interesting. And oh, it is also called like More to Love. Could have said that. But yeah, by Georgina Kirsten. And it looks so good. And honestly, I have to get my hands on this because it's like, it sounds like so good. And we love a good male romance. We are here for like the girls, gays, and theys. So this also, I found that so interesting in like doing my research and like looking for there's so many more plus size books than will be in this video, by the way. But I found that so interesting because like majority was kind of like big girl, and it was a lot of fake dating, I figured, or kind of like forced proximity, sometimes both. And it was a lot of like either sporty big buff guys or kind of like rich guys in those scenarios with the plus size girls. Anyway, then we have Go by Alexandria House, and the cover is so pretty, just for aesthetics, with the pink and everything. But yeah, that is what that is. I think it is part of a book series. I think it's book 1 of, I think 3 or 4. I think 3. But yeah, do I need to say more? She's a big baddie. She got the man, the handsome man. That is what we have. Then we have The Roommate Risk. And I've been meaning to get this, and I have been so mad because I actually ordered the book and I paid for it. I got my money back, but anyway, I paid for it and then I waited for it to be delivered, and it was kind of like, yeah, it's gonna take a couple weeks. And I was like, fair, I'm sure, whatever. And then it took so long, I forgot about it. And then at some point, I got a different book from the same order, and I was like, oh, damn, well, that is still like a thing. And then I looked online, and it was just like, yeah, cancel, you cannot get it. And I got my money back, and I was like, how is it sold out if I have months ago previously paid for it and ordered it? And I think I even ordered it before it came out. So I pre-ordered and still didn't get it. And since then I have not been behind getting it. But it is on Kindle Unlimited. So for all of you Kindle Unlimited girlies, maybe that is your chance. The Roommate Risk by Talia Hibbert. Also nice transition to Talia Hibbert generally, because that is our like plus size romance queen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe books like, honestly, I think it's like the Brown Sister book series. Most people probably know. It's a 3-part series, and I don't know which part is the first one. I think maybe Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Yeah, that is the first one. So we have Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Then we have Take a Hint, Dani Brown, and Act Your Age, Eve Brown, which is, like I said, a 3-part sister book series where they all find love, and I think they're all plus size, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Talia Hibbert, our queen of plus size romance books, literally. Bless her. Also, the Fake Boyfriend Fiasco, I have been meaning to get. It's also on Kindle Unlimited. It's also by her. Yeah. That's our queen. You know, she's doing God's work. So we have all of these, and then I have been meaning to get this, and I don't know why I didn't. There must have been a reason. Maybe it was sold out or something. Curvy Girl Summer by Danielle Ellen. She also has a book coming up, which is coming out in June, which is called Plus Size Player, which is, I think, the second part, but it's a different couple. But yeah, she is also doing God's work, gotta be honest. I've seen this recently. I don't even know in what context, and I'd never heard of her or the books before, and so I was like even more intrigued, and I looked it up and I was like, Miss Girl, thank you for doing what you're doing. Yeah, like it's literally, I think all of them are also like Black couples, if I'm not mistaken. I think all of the books. But yeah, it's honestly so good, and it's kind of like, I feel like I need to get Curvy Girl Summer just for the fact that it's like called Curvy Girl Summer. We want to do Curvy Girl Summer, you know. But yeah, that is the second book is coming out soon, and I actually don't know. Let's have a look on Kindle for now. If there are any more books of hers. Yes, there are. Not plus size romance, I think, but she has more books if you are not interested necessarily in the plus size book situation. But yeah, honestly, so excited to read all of these books we have just been talking about. There's probably more. Please let me know if you have read any of these and how you like them. Also, please recommend to me more plus size romance books. Generally with like a plus size main character. It doesn't have to be romance. We do love romance though. And also, please, coming back to the what was the title? I have to look up the title because I'm so forgetful. But the guy romance situation we had. Because like I said, I feel like it's always the big girl, strong guy situation, which is a lovely scenario. Don't get me wrong. But I would love a couple more like books where one of the male like main characters is a big guy. So yeah, it is called Murder Love. That was the one. If you know any books like these, please let me know. Also, let me know what you think about a girl, Talia Hibbert, because like, yeah, she's the queen. She's doing God's work. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe also you were not aware of all of these books. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.